Good afternoon. It's Colonel Smith and Colonel Meador with another Redstone Arsenal update. Proud to tell you all that we just finished a meeting with all of the tenant leadership from Redstone Arsenal. We discussed the holistic health assessment of Redstone as well as the precautionary measures we've all put in place up to this point and the potential precautionary measures we'll be looking at in the near future. And I'll detail those here shortly. But first, I'd like to turn it over to Colonel Meador to give you a Fox Army Health Center update.
Thank you. Hello, Team Redstone. Colonel Meador with you again. As always, it's a pleasure to address you about updates and current goings-on with respect to Fox Army Health Center. Specifically, I'd like to make sure everyone is reminded that we remain open for business for military medical readiness, PHAs, vision, hearing, dental. If you'd like to schedule those appointments as you normally have in the past, please contact us. We're also open for acute appointments. We have a number of providers on staff still ready to see you for any acute needs that you may have. Today, I'm happy to report, was the first day of our drive-through pharmacy that went through, I think, extremely well. We saw approximately 125 cars or patients come through there. I invite you to visit our .mil address or our Facebook page to see the diagram to make sure that when you come over to Fox Army Health Center, you enter the facility in the right entrance. That'll at least bring you in there in a very streamlined manner. We are going to be pushing more of our pharmacy business to the drive-through pharmacy. Here recently, this weekend and today, we've received a lot of updated clinical guidance, which is recommending, close to directing, that we push as much business as we can outside with respect to pharmacy operations. We ask for your patience as we continue to move this business outside, and we'll come to you with more updates in the future on what that looks like with respect to our inside facility operations as well as out. In the meantime, we continue to request your patience and come into the facility because we are still screening. In a recent update to you, you saw our screening process, which is fairly a quick process to bring you into the facility, make sure we maintain your safety and the safety of our staff. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Colonel Meador. Okay, so before I discuss the precautionary measures that you're going to see in the near future, I'd first like to tell you that Redstone Arsenal continues to be open, and everything on the Arsenal continues to support our mission partners who are delivering not only to our soldiers on the front lines, but are delivering to our community and to our nation's effort to combat COVID-19. All of the missions here at Redstone are curtailing or focusing their effort on providing mission essential personnel on the installation, which has greatly reduced the number of individuals here on the Arsenal. So I thank you for your participation and for taking your telework back to the house and ensuring our mission is able to continue, but at the same time enabling us to increase our social distance here on the Arsenal. A couple of the precautions that we'll take into effect aren't really precautions, so to speak. In fact, what we've seen is the ability to reduce the number of personnel that we at the garrison are required to have on the Arsenal at any time and still deliver services to you. So here, as early as Wednesday morning, a couple changes will go into effect. We will consolidate our Child Development Center from 2 Child Development Centers down to 1, and that will be located on Mills Road. Additionally, we're going to consolidate our school-age services, and that will go from both locations at Mills Road and Goss Road, and they'll be consolidated also down to the Mills Road location. This will allow us to put some caregivers in reserve. In the case that we do have people that get sick, we'll be able to bring those caregivers back onto the Arsenal to ensure that we are delivering that valid and necessary service to our partners. Some additional changes is we will close gates 3 and gate 10. We have noticed a considerable reduction in the amount of traffic. So as of Wednesday morning, gate 3 and gate 10 will be closed. But in turn, we will reduce some of the lanes that you see at gate 9, and we'll have increased capacity at 9, 1, 7, and gate 8. And additionally, gate 8 will go to 24-hour service. Again, I stress that these aren't necessarily precautionary measures, but they're enabling us at the garrison to ensure we are using our most important resource, our people, using them in the best manner possible to ensure we deliver service to you for the duration. An additional change you'll see is the MWR restaurants, particularly the Java Cafe, the Strike Zone at the bowling center, or the grill at the Links, the Firehouse Pub. We'll be closing those 4 eateries. All of the other eateries, the cafeterias, will remain open for takeout only. And then additionally, all of the AFES eateries will remain open for takeout only. Once again, you'll see those changes take place on Wednesday morning. I'm telling you now so that everyone can plan ahead. And I need to thank you all. Knowing that those changes are coming, I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your preventive measures that you personally are putting in place that help us protect our workforce. And most of all, I thank you for enabling us to increase the social distances that each and every one of us has. They assure us that we will be able to continue our critical missions well into the future. And last but not least, I do have a couple announcements that I'd like you to pay particular attention to. Unfortunately, this Wednesday at 1400 on Facebook Live, I encourage you to come and witness as Sergeant Major Counts, our Garrison Sergeant Major, conducts his change of responsibility with our new Sergeant Major Juan Jimenez. Unfortunately, we don't want to get everybody together, and so I would invite you to please watch that on Facebook Live. He has served us wonderfully for the past 2.5 years, and I'd very much appreciate you joining us as we send him off. And then finally, at 09 on Thursday on Facebook Live, Colonel Meador, myself, and some of our garrison directors will be on Facebook Live to answer your questions in a Facebook Live town hall format. And I actively encourage you to be there to watch as we respond to your questions. And as we talk about questions, I look forward to the questions that you preempt us with. It's much easier for me to answer the questions if you send those in to us at either our PAO, on our Facebook site, or on our website. And if you really need to, you can get me one on ICE. But please preempt me with the questions so that we're well prepared to answer your specific requirements. Once again, that town hall, Redstone Arsenal Town Hall, will be on Facebook Live at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. Thank you very much.